Hi, I'm Cindy.
And I'm Dan.
We're building our dream home in North Portugal. Now, for the past 43 days, you've seen us working on the exterior of the house. We've laid the foundation, we've put the floorboards on, we've put the studs,
The roof,
the roof,
the cladding,
and
the bottom and the top part.
For the past 43 days, we've been working very, very hard. But right now, it's day 44, and it is a big, big day for us because we're starting inside.
Yeah.
Finally, yeah?
Finally, it's gonna be nice to be out of the weather a bit and not be so dependent on if it's sunny or rainy or windy or anything. It's just weather now, so we can do whatever we need to do inside.
Exactly, exactly. And to start with, if you could look or if you could see behind us, we've got this pile of material that's protected with a tarp. Now, this is all the gypsum that we need to install inside the house. The first step for today, Dan, is going to be
Do the ceiling, yeah, to get that out of the way, I think, because it's the most annoying part or the most energy consuming part as well.
exactly.
It's your first ceiling installation as well, so it's gonna be a lot of explaining and
I've never done this, and ideally, you'd very much like me to be a bit taller. But the reality is, I'm 1 meter 76. I'm certainly no midget, but I've got a few centimeters missing just to be able to carefully help you and then hold the gypsum in place. So
yeah, it's also they're not super heavy. It's just they're very awkward to carry. So being two is recommended. I'd say it's easier, but
3 would be better.
yeah, we just have to improvise quite a lot, I think, to get it up. And it might not be pretty, but we're gonna get it up at least.
Could also make for great bloopers.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we're on day 44. We're moving inside, guys. So let's do it, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we know that we're putting the bed head on this wall. We know that we're going to have an amazing wallpaper there. And we know that we've got 2 pendant lights, right? So
A side table is roughly like 40 centimeters, right?
40, depending on which one we take, but between 40 and 60, I'd say.
You just have to, for the pendant to hang, you just have to decide that now.
Okay, well, let's put it at 60, because then if you put it at 40, it's going to be tight to find the middle. Putting it at 60, I think we're going to have a bit of wiggle room for the middle.
So that's 1 meter from there.
So we have 3 cables.
Yeah, we're gonna put in the ground as well. I don't know if you're gonna be using it, but you'd rather have it there than not.
Yeah. And that's one thing we're saying, actually. So we bought this at the major hardware store, right?
Yeah.
And there's really cables for the lights. So you can see them on the label right there. So there's so you can see a light right here. So there's cable for lights and there's cable for switches as well. So yeah, as we're starting with the ceiling, then of course we're using the light cable.
Yeah. We could have used the same for the top and bottom, but this is 1.5 millimeters, which it's a bit cheaper per meter. So wherever you can save the cost, in our opinion, I think it's.
Of course, wherever we can save, let's save up.
supposed to help this little wire, but it's just stuck in there. Pull it out. It's not going to help anything if you can't pull it out.
underneath here, we've got all the gypsum for the house. We think we will have enough, but yeah. Now everything is covered with tarp because the weather is a bit unpredictable nowadays. We don't know if it'll rain and so on and so on. So now it is very well protected right now, and the first step to get the first sheet in is just to unwrap this bundle of joy. Now at this point I have to say, I have a special thought for my dad who used to install gypsum. I'd love it if my dad was with us, but sadly he passed away several years ago. But I'm sure, he's looking down at this project and he's just wondering, how on earth are they going to do that, just the two of them? So for sure, that's going to be on our shoulder today, and yeah. It feels good to know that, right?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And I have in spirit.
Over here. So basically you just put a wooden board behind it so that when it's time to install the light fixture for the pendant, we have somewhere a bit more sturdy to screw it in, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
So here we can just try to
Shove it there. Yeah. Now at this point, it's pretty much fair to say that if you're looking for a channel that will teach you how to install gypsum on your ceiling, we're probably not the right guys to follow. But one thing is sure, if you're looking for a couple who is determined to get their house done, no matter what, no matter the circumstances, you're at the right place. There's no quit in this baby, right?
No.
No quits. We gotta get it done.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of spackling to do, but that's it.
Spackle, spackle. Gypsum insulation, the pikey way. How not to do gypsum insulation? Well, it takes some of those videos as well, right? It's gonna make for good bloopers. We said it. Well, things are not going really according to plan today, so I think we're gonna go back to base camp, have dinner, think this process through, and we'll be back tomorrow, for sure. Well, day 45.
Mm-hmm.
Today we come to the site with a renewed sense of purpose and a new game plan.
Yeah. We're not gonna be doing the seeding ourselves.
We are not. Actually, yesterday we got back to base camp and our dear friend Senor Zemanel was there. We kind of explained to him what we were trying to tackle, and he was like, "You guys, this is impossible to do. So, note to self, 2 people to install a gypsum ceiling, not worth a try,
No,
right?
Not if you don't have the right tools and lifts and whatnot
Yeah,
you need for being a loner too, I think.
yeah. We could have, of course, got a lift, but this means that we would have needed to source out where we could get a lift to help us with the gypsum and also find a company that could deliver it on our road. Now, our road is a little bit tricky, as some of you might know, so clearly a gypsum lift was not an option. Clearly, doing it, the 2 of us, not an option.
No.
But what we do know right now is that our dear friend, Senor Zemanel, is available on Tuesday or Wednesday. And he's going to come and give us a hand with the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
This man is so precious, guys. So precious. But today, what does it mean, Dan?
Well, we're gonna do all the electrics, putting the pipes and putting the cables
Mm-hmm.
in the ceiling, and then after that, I think we're gonna do the outlets in the walls. So we have all that done, and let's see how that goes. But after that, we're kind of ready to start the installation and put the gypsum on the walls.
Exactly. So that means that for the rest of the week, what we're going to be focusing on is the electricity, ceiling light, and light switches. And then after that, we can move on to insulating our walls with the plastic and then doing the gypsum on the wall.
Yeah.
Gypsum on the wall, it's something that the 2 of us
Yeah.
can probably manage. The ceiling, no.
No, it's too heavy and too bulky, and being on 2 ladders, and it's too tricky.
It is very tricky. So, but the thing is, in construction, what we have learned over the years, it's not about not falling. It's about your ability to get back up. Just focus on the task, focus on what needs to happen, focus on the end goal. It doesn't matter if you stumble along the way. It's always about getting back up. And today, we're on our feet.
Yeah. Let's try to finish the electrics today.
Yeah. Day 45?
Day 45.
Let's do it. So we're saying 1 light spot here. And then, so since we're going to have the vanity on that wall, then what we can do is put a light above the vanity, right? Just as we had in our flip house, right?
Yeah, but we don't have to do that with the switch on there. You can go through an outlet.
Exactly. So pretty much all we have to think about in this room is the spot here. Do I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. If you only want one there.
Do you want another one down there?
I don't know. Could be good to have
2 spots?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put 2 spots then.
What do you think?
At this point, guys, it's fair to say that we're starting to feel the move-in pressure, without a doubt. Now, the only way that we know how to relieve pressure of ourselves is to make ourselves a to-do list. So we basically have 3 pages on there, which includes the electric, the plumbing, the insulation and the plastic, the gypsum, the windows and the doors, the plastering, the bathroom, the water connection, the kitchen counter, and then packing and moving out. Now, having this little schedule right here, it's kind of our way to work as agile as we can, because every single day we know what our goal is, and then we can just make sure that we tick off that item of the list before we go. Now, the deadline is tight. We always knew this, but we're not going to let that discourage us. In fact, it's a great motivating factor for us just to keep on powering through. So I'll put the schedule right here, so this way we always have it in the face. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Alrighty, this way we know what we're up against, or what we're working towards. Good stuff. Yeah. So the main room, what we decided was that we would have one pendant light in the corner right here, and we would also have one pendant right above the island. So the kitchen island should be somewhere around here, and then right up there we should have a pendant light. Yeah.
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 So how big island do you want? Meter?
On the corner of the door. Up to the corner
Up
of
to
the
the
door.
corner of the door.
Yeah.
Then we're talking roughly 120.
120, perfect.
About.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, well, if it's not too much hassle, then let's put a light switch on that wall for either the deer headlights or either
so they have the option.
or either the IKEA one, the nice one that I saw.
Uh-huh.
I'll show it to you. It's really nice, actually.
Uh-huh.
So, and then having that little extra light there, it's kind of cool. Just if you want to have just ambient light, we just turn on this one at night, for instance. We like to have a night light.
Yeah.
So that becomes a night light. That's the living room light, and that becomes the pendant light. And up here, we have the option to have a spot or the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. And then, are we still going with some light under the cabinets?
Well, that can be an afterthought because we don't really have to trace any of that.
No, we don't.
We do it from the outlet like the other ones.
Yes, exactly.
Like we had in Queen, right?
Yeah.
That's easier, so we don't have to prepare another light switch.
Absolutely. Okay. I think it's going to be quite light. So one, the bar, the option on the wall there. And then that's that. If we need some extra ones, then we're doing them with the light switch. But I don't think we'll need some extra ones.
But if we do one here,
yeah.
Shall we do another one here as well?
Well, the thing is, I'm thinking like, if we do a light there, we sacrifice some cabinet space.
That's true.
And
We
I'm
need
not
the
so
cabinets,
keen on that. Yeah, exactly.
Or shelf space at least.
Exactly. Here, if we do the light coming down, what I was thinking is if we go with a 120 sink plus the overhang for drying the dishes, this light is not going to be in the way.
No.
Because anyway, we wouldn't want to have anything above it. So we know that our closet will be here, right? And then we talked about maybe having a light switch inside the closet. Because so far what we're thinking is just to get one of those antique wooden closet type of thing, not those Canadian or American built-in closets, the way that I know them. But they're quite rare in Europe, actually, these ones. So we're going to go with an antique that hopefully we'll find on Facebook Marketplace, and then we're just going to restore it. But because these closets, usually they're quite deep and they're quite dark, we will definitely want to have some light in there. So to start with, I think it's fair to say that we're going to have at least one plug right there, because we're going to be buying those little IKEA lights, probably something like that you just screw in and then you can turn on and off with a little switch that is on the wire itself, right?
I think so, yeah. Just put the box where you think you need it. You need to figure this one out.
Okay. Well, I think you can put it here.
Put them on the same height, right?
Yeah. But we don't want them be like Spanish plugs where they just put them high up on the wall.
No, but
There's this thing in Spain. Some of you might be aware of it already, but if you're from Canada or North America, you might not be familiar with this. In Spain, they like to put their light switch really in the middle of the wall for some reason that we just can't understand, really. Convenience, possibly. Yeah. But for us, they'll be at the bottom of the wall, as they are in Sweden and as they are in Canada, right?
if we decide to screw them in this height, we need to cut another piece of wood to have like that to screw the pins in, or we just put them at the bottom there and then we have them at 8.
8 it is.
I think it's easier, right?
Yeah, we go for the easy way.
So I'm just gonna be taking them in here then.
So you agree with having one there, right?
Yeah.
Because I think in this corner what we could have is a nice big chair, and maybe we're gonna have like a small table with a plant on it, or a table with a light on it, which can kind of give us like an ambiance light in the evening if we want to.
Yeah.
So you agree with this one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we can also we also have the double socket, right? We don't have to have a single one, so we can put doubles wherever we want to.
Correct. Okay, and one of those is USB, and one of them is just normal electricity, right?
Yeah. That's it. A lot of fight today.
There is. And there's a lot of those, like, very dangerous wasps.
Yeah. And those flesh eaters.
Those flesh eaters, yes.
Horseflies.
Horseflies.
Yeah. We need something to power these ones.
Yes.
So we need to trace another cable.
Oy.
But we don't have to drill it out at least.
We don't have to drill it out.
We can, since we're gonna have the box up there, just have to drill it inside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking because, like, you know how we live, right? And I don't think that's going to change so much. We like to watch TV to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then in the winter, you like to play PlayStation in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's good to have the option, it's good to have the option to have the PlayStation there, right? And then I don't know if we're going to go for smart TVs or if we're going to go for just the current setup that we have. So we have the mini PC right now that powers the screen, and then we use the screen as our TV, basically.
Yeah.
And then the screen is also there for when you want to play PlayStation. So in my opinion, we need a minimum of 3 there. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean we can put double outlets as well, so we have 6 there.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm pushing my luck, but I think we should aim to put one plug high up on the wall so that we have the TV that we can just watch from bed. So electricity is going to continue tomorrow or in just a few seconds for you. Now we need to go to Braganza and get some stuff. And maybe eat some pizza as well.
Maybe buy some pizza.
Oh, that'd be good. Day 46?
Day 46.
Day 46. Now, what's the plan for today, Dan?
Okay, well, continue with the electrics and try to finish it up, I think.
Yep, so pretty much yesterday we traced all the lights for the spot and for the kitchen light and living room light and bathroom light. So we're mostly going to be using spots and bars and a few pendants.
Yeah.
And we also started with the plugs, so the wall plugs. So in the bedroom mostly, that's what we've done, yeah?
Measure them out and screw them in place.
Yeah.
Haven't traced any cables yet, but it's going to happen today, hopefully.
Yeah. And basically we ran out of material. We ran out of grey hose.
Yeah.
So we had to go to Braganza, and then we had to buy more of those and more of those yellow boxes as well. Because the reality is when we started thinking about the electricity, we weren't so careful with counting the number of plugs that we have per rooms, right?
Yeah.
We had other things to think about, believe it or not. So we just went, okay, let's just buy what we think we'll need and then let's adjust a bit later. So, but day 46, we're still on the electricity, and I think both of us feel very full of energy today and very positive about the build. So,
yeah.
So it's gonna go well, I think.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
It will.
Day 46. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Do it here and then we extend it down and we're gonna put some on the floor as well.
So basically this wall, what we decided yesterday was that this wall is going to be more like our media wall. So we'll have the TV here, the PlayStation, the mini PC that we use to power the TV, and other little bits and bobs, maybe some lights or things like that. So this wall is going to be quite important for us for the electricity. And then what you were saying is that once we trace the electricity here, we can also use it to pass it in the bathroom. Did I get it correct?
Well, we do one here and we need to, since we have so many cables here, we need to pass it over on this side and trace it back there.
Okay.
Because we don't have any room up here anymore.
We don't. No, absolutely not.
And then we trace it there and then we split it up here for the bathroom, for the vanity as well. Here we're gonna have an outlet or two.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we do another cable that's gonna go for the outlet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And for the next part of the project, then it's pretty fair to say that you don't really need me, right?
Not now, I don't think so.
Because it's mostly fiddly stuff that you need to do. So put the cables in the yellow boxes and so on and so on.
Yeah, attach the yellow boxes.
Yeah, yeah. So this means that the best way that I can be helpful is to start cutting our insulation at 60, because the next part of the project, which you'll probably see next week, is us starting to lay the insulation in the wall and then putting some plastic. So it'd be really good if all of these guys are cut so that the next phase goes pretty smoothly, right?
Yeah. Done.
Done. Nice. Well, with the installation all cut up and only a few minor tweaks left to do with the electricity,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty fair to say that we can wrap this video for this week, right?
Yeah. I think we can call the electrics and cutting the installation a wrap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This means that we can tick off 2 items off our list and we are getting closer to our moving date.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if my memory serves me well, you should see this video on July 31st, which means that we are going to be right in it. We're going to be moving, packing, and God knows what. So I want to take a few seconds to apologize for all of you guys who are commenting and who are regular viewers and whom we have interaction with. Moving into the house, well, we're not sure if we're going to have electricity.
Nor internet, so...
Nor internet, exactly. Which means that for the next few weeks after you'll see this video, it is possible that our interaction online are going to be a bit scarce.
Yeah.
Because we won't have much electricity and nor will we have much internet, right?
Yeah.
But rest assured, the work will continue and you will get to see it. Now, again, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much for following us and for watching as well.
Yeah, it really helps, I think.
This way we can continue doing what we adore.
Yeah.
This week was a tough week, but it didn't break us.
No, it was hot and it was... there was a lot of struggles this week. It was just one thing after the other, I think.
But the good thing is, we've overcome them.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
Ciao.